let's not waste any time. Here are my top 10 sneaker releases of 2024. Coming in at number 10, Marvel and Kith for Asics with the Super Villains collection. Now, leave it to Ronnie to do what only Ronnie seems to do so well and really bring something to life. Now, this is a licensing collab, so it actually had a total of 5 sneakers to represent Marvel characters, but it was done across 3 different models for Asics. And with that, you also received truly custom printed insoles, and you could see the licensing come to life with your favorite Marvel characters. Now, if you know anything about the passion individuals have for sneakers, then you know that it is certainly present within the Marvel universe. And I also love that each pair received its own comic. Like, that is taking the art of storytelling to a great high level. It's what we expect from Ronnie, so that's why this easily comes in at number 10 for me. Coming in at number 9, Unheardof Adidas Rivalry Low Building Bridges. Now, they're not unheard of anymore, okay? They've made enough waves within sneakers, following up successful collaborations with Adidas with the Building Bridges Rivalry Low. And again, it's just a testament to great storytelling. It's not dead. Now, what made this shoe specifically, at least to me, really special, you had proceeds go towards children's home in the local area, and that was near and dear to the founder Phil's heart. And when you know that something like that is poured into a sneaker, I think it certainly makes it that much more special. I mean, you can look at the shoe itself, the texture, the detail. One, it looking truly like a bridge. You also have the midsole to represent the water flowing under the bridge, but I love the fun insole and then the back heel. And hopefully you took away the message to be the captain of your own ship, really make the effort to build those bridges to get yourself to where you would like to be. None of us, we don't do it alone, okay? No one does it alone, but you really should just go ahead and create that own path for yourself, no matter how obscure it may be to anyone else. It can lead to some amazing things. Coming in at number 8, the Wu-Tang Dunk. Now, I don't know if there is any more of a nostalgic sneaker for those with a passionate love for hip-hop and sneakers than the Wu-Tang Dunk. I mean, it was pretty much unobtainable for any regular fan, consumer, it doesn't matter. 36 original pairs dropped. Listen, absolutely no one stood a chance. But now, Nike really opening up that vault, Wu-Tang giving their blessing for this to happen, and seeing so many fans get their hands on this. Like that, this was absolutely one of the best drops for me this year, based off that alone. Now, not to mention, they incorporated a brilliant rollout for marketing, including the New York Knicks. They kept it so New York, so true to the story. They added just so many little gems within the actual promotion itself, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Certainly I can't play the music for copyright reasons, but I'm really happy for Wu-Tang fans to have gotten their hands on these, to relive the memories where that music, you know, where you were in your life when that music dropped, how you still love it today, and now you have the shoe to go along with it. Coming in at number 7, the Air Jordan 3 Alma Maniere While You Were Sleeping. Now, this was done to celebrate the 10-year milestone for James Whitner and Alma Maniere. I mean, that is truly something to celebrate, and not to mention they have an entire short film that just released that really served as the foundation for this entire collection. Now, I singled out the Jordan 3 because there is just something about when he creates on a 3 that connects with consumers in such a deep way. Now, don't get me wrong, they have this lasting commitment to elevate purposely whatever silhouette they actually design on in collaboration with Jordan and Nike, and this was absolutely no different. And every consumer, at least that I saw, who got their hands on a pair, all they did was rave on the quality, that it really did elevate a model they already loved and adored, and it is continuously James's stories, his storytelling, that pulls in consumers. And to create at all costs. Listen, when you are trying to pull yourself up to be successful, you have to create when you're tired, when you're sad, when you're mad, when it's not working out, when you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have to create while others are sleeping. And while they're resting, well, you can certainly continue to advance forward to achieve your dreams. So yeah, this absolutely made my top 10. Coming in at number 6, the Bad Bunny Adidas Gazelle San Juan. Now, anytime Adidas and Bad Bunny, they come together for a collaboration, they don't simply design on the sneaker itself. They actually change something about one of their timeless silhouettes. And that to me just speaks volumes to you really making a release your own. And I think Bad Bunny does that every single time. Now, we hadn't seen him do a Gazelle yet, and Gazelle has certainly had its moment in 2024. Let's be clear there. But one thing I appreciate about Bad Bunny with every and anything that he does, especially with his releases, his Puerto Rican pride, it's at the forefront. You're really brought into the culture of who he is and where he's from, and you see that boldly with this San Juan pair. Now, you also have the Benito that released, and I'm very grateful to have that, but nothing quite hit like this pair to pay respect to the actual capital itself, the cobblestone inspiration, the crisp blue sea. It all screams, you know exactly where Bad Bunny is from. That's what it does. It just screams to me, you know what? That Puerto Rican pride is present, and I can only appreciate that. Coming in at number 5, the John Geiger 004. Now, it's actually quite difficult for me to pinpoint a specific colorway. Number 1, all of them are sold out. Not sure if you know that, but every single colorway is sold out on his website. But I'll go ahead and give you my top pairs, but he does have a champagne pair that he's teased for the new year. Nonetheless, let's just go through, okay? Vices, I would think, takes number 1 spot for me, but I would also run that down to the camo pair. But more importantly, do you know there's a whole pair that glows? Like it just glows vibrantly in the dark. Now, why is it so special with what he did for the 004? This is an independent, okay? Independent brand, creating some of the most fun sneakers that I've seen this year, but also it's something brand new. It's something that we haven't seen, and I think more importantly, that's what people want. That's what they are craving. That's what really ignites a fire within people to go after a pair. And John, you got everyone to go after your pairs in 2024, so much respect to you when it came to brand new best silhouette for 2024. Please know you were my choice. Coming in at number 4, the Air Jordan 3 Nina Chanel Abney Bi-Coastal and Malachite. Now, she truly used the Air Jordan 3 as a blank canvas, pun intended, because you did have a canvas upper on the sneaker, but she did so much more with that. I mean, how many people can say they're the first in anything in this day and age? Well, she can, because she was the first artist ever invited to change that iconic Jordan logo, and she did this, just that. It certainly stood out immensely on the upper of this sneaker. Now, let's just add in that Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys are the face of your campaign, an entire artistic clothing capsule to accompany this sneaker. And I mean, we already know everyone and their mom went after it. It was the topic of conversation leading up to the drop, after the drop, and I've seen nothing but excitement for this pair. And again, I think one thing I love about seeing an artist collaborate on a sneaker, it truly does bring forth how this is art. She interpreted that in her own special way. We continue to have new consumers introduced to who Nina is, and I truly still think it's just the beginning for her. Coming in at number 3, the Bodega Saucony Shadow Grid 2 Jaunt Woven. But now, you likely forgot about this sneaker in a sea of 2024 releases. I didn't, because it's the one sneaker I wanted that I actually took an L on. So, the detailed, intricate upper never left my mind as the year went on. I mean, we had stone-washed canvas, hemp, and cotton beautifully woven together. We had a recycled gum bottom, and you guys know that I love a gum bottom outsole. Throw in the rope laces and you got me. But if you also paid attention to the campaign, it really drove home the message to just leave out the noise, just let it all go, walk away from the noise of the world and really focus on what's important, what really matters day to day. And although I've definitely done that in 2024, I couldn't do it in these shoes because I took that L. Coming in at number 2, the Jaetips Saucony Pro Grid Omni 9 to-do list. Now, every time I see you, Jay, I let you know how proud I am of you. And then I'm truly just happy to see the success that you have right now within sneakers. And it truly is only the beginning to me, because you're a breath of fresh air within footwear. And I know you've heard that time and time again. I mean, you were my sneaker of the year last year. It was just undeniable the conversation had around you about Saucony. Like, don't ever let it go over your head that we're having these conversations about Saucony because of Jay. And that is what a designer, that's what someone collaborating with a brand can do. It can truly broaden everyone's horizon. I mean, people that were never into Saucony, not that that's for everyone, but people that weren't into the brand or maybe they never gave it a chance, you're giving it one now. And with the inspiration that if you're in a busy, I mean the busiest city, if you're in New York, you got ish to do. You need to be comfortable. But one thing New York will never do is they will never sacrifice style for comfort. And you don't have to do that with the to-do list on your feet. And both colorways are just masterfully done. I love the campaign. He had his kids in it as well. You had people lining up down the street. I think some were trying to camp out like the night before just to be there to support, honor, but also enjoy this pair on foot. So you continue to, I mean, reach new heights with every single pair that you drop, Jay. And I just want you to know you're deeply appreciated. You have so many people cheering for you in your corner, and we will continue to be here. So yeah, absolutely number 2 for me. And finally, coming in at number 1, my personal sneaker of the year in 2024, the Adidas AE1 Low Mural. Now, I wanted to specify the AE1 Low because that was truly the pair that dropped in 2024. I love and appreciate the mid, but the low, the marketing we saw, that campaign leading up to it where they said, hey, higher stakes, but lower shoes. Well, guess what? They went ahead and redid the profile, the silhouette. Now it is a low. It's much more lifestyle friendly, at least personally to me. I own a pair and absolutely love them. Now, when it comes to people saying, well, I don't really see these on foot, you know what? Maybe not in your area. Maybe not personally. But you know what I do see? Everyone and their mom having a conversation about the AE1. And that's the important thing about this sneaker. In 2024, this sneaker, this silhouette, it made us feel something with respect to basketball and sneakers, and we haven't done that for quite some time. We just haven't. Adidas has put on a masterclass in marketing and how to really connect with not only fans, but younger fans. Their incorporation of the youth within these campaigns with Ant, I mean, it's just, Ant's personality is hilarious, it is raw, it is unfiltered, and it's one thing we really love about him. And I also want to give flowers to Adidas because they're doing all of this in-house. Let that sink in. This is one of the very few sneakers on my top 10 list that does not include a collaboration. This is an in-house creation, an athlete, and they are truly making us feel something in relation to sneakers and sport. And that's why it's my number 1 for 2024. It goes without saying, this is my personal top 10 list. It's subjective. It is 100% just true to myself and my perspective based on sneaker releases that dropped this year. No one's list will be identical to another's, and that's the amazing part of sneakers and fashion. This is all subjective. So again, I appreciate if you love the list, and if you don't, that's okay. We'll both sleep perfectly fine at night. Now, one thing I will say, I'm not feeling the greatest that 2024 happened to be a very collab heavy list for me. At the end of it all, I would love to have really just seen a lot of GRs jump out to me, to have really had a lot of, crazy sustained impact in this year. And I'm really hoping to see that next year. Now, I'm sure a lot of people will be in their feelings because no, I don't have the reimagined Bread 4 on this list. I don't have the Black Cement 3. I certainly don't have the Military Blue 4. And no, I don't have the Legend Blue 11. I don't. None of those were top releases. Again, personally to me, there were so many great stories told. There was the amazing independent release by John Geiger, and I thought all of those stood out more to me personally in 2024. One thing you can do, just like so many of us have done, go ahead and put out your own top 10 list. I'm forever grateful to Nice Kicks for including me in the 1 of 100 individuals to give their thoughts and to vote on their sneaker awards for this year. And you know what? That list was nuanced. It was very specific for each category. That is something that I respect and admire. If you have subscribed to me for some time, then you know I typically do a rundown of like non-traditional top 10, or it's been 15 in the past. But I go through category by category, and that's exactly what you see also with Nice Kicks, so it is certainly appreciated. And then in this video, you saw a lot of shots by 80 Sneaks, aka Andrew Dutton, and you know what? I just wanted to go ahead and show him some flowers because how he's able to capture these sneakers, it's amazing, and it's a testament that we can each bring something special and true to ourselves to sneakers. It doesn't have to be a review, it doesn't have to be videos, it doesn't have to be what you may think of in a traditional sense, but to see the shoes really come to life and how he captures them, I really appreciate that, and he's always supportive, so I just wanted to go ahead and include as many of his shots as I could because he certainly had pretty much every single pair available for me to go ahead and use in my top 10 list. So, reach the end of the year, and also this is likely the very last video you guys will see before the holidays.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
We made it. I know the holiday time can be an extremely stressful period, and it's a time to, really connect with family and friends. I'm sure you're excited to receive gifts. I simply love giving gifts at this stage in life, but more importantly, everyone's beliefs will also be different, so you may not have the same reason for the season as someone else, but I will say we can all operate with more love, more kindness, more empathy, more understanding. And just being present in the moment of where you are outside of the material things. Simply be present with who you love and adore and appreciate during this holiday season. I really hope that you all have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thanks for tuning in. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.
And a Happy New Year.